Yeah.
10:15.
Oh, it's around there. We're about 5
It's in
minutes away.
between. Oh,
So-
it's closer to.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's closer to 10:15 than it is to 10 a.m. So it's somewhere in between.
Yeah, somewhere. Well, it's close. Yeah, somewhere in between.
It's a Friday.
I don't really know much about how time works, other than that it powers clocks somehow.
Does time actually exist?
No.
Or
Well,
is it just like our construct to measure things?
I think that's it. We're just experiencing a cross section of time. In reality, you, Chris Glidden, or you, sorry, Polo Field.
Polo. That's fine.
I'm shifting headspaces. Polo, you are who you are between when you are born and when you die, and that is one entity. You're just experiencing a cross section right now and measuring that. Right, and what I think people who like entities that are be able to experience the fourth dimension, their version of time or the dimension that they don't understand that they're seeing cross sections of is like potential outcomes of decisions and like fractals of reality and multiverse stuff. So it's like you're always one beneath another dimension that you don't quite understand. Metaverse.
Metaverse. Yeah. Hello, hi Ninja.
Hey you guys. Hi
Zach.
Dads. Hello, Cecilium. Emai.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dads.
Hi, Dad. I'm in a stream. Say hi to Mom from the stream.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
Should we get into it? Should we get some...
Let's get into it. Hold on. So is this naturally at mentioning everybody? Like, so do we have to like at everyone? Because I noticed that when
it does it automatically. Don't worry about it.
So it wouldn't like make a difference if I did like at all Mooseland, everybody watch the stream now.
No, you don't need to. We already blasted everyone automatically.
Automatically?
Yep, automatically.
It was so funny. I don't know why this came up, but I was talking to my cousin who's a programmer, and he's developing all these architecture systems for his work, and he's like, whenever he refers to like human involvement in the process of what he's doing, he calls it in the code MR, meat robots, because in his in his design, all of those meat robots will be replaced by robots. And so like that's part of it. It's pretty like just like he's just like that's how he's architecturally seen that. Yeah. Anyways,
Metaverse. Well, welcome. I'm glad we finally you could finally join us, Zach. Welcome to the stream.
Yes.
Should we get into the fancy intro music? Should we play some Dialga Sweet Jams?
Absolutely. Here we go.
Let's go.
Oh boy, let's go. Oh, this is out of date. I haven't updated this yet.
Let's go.
I need to get like a folder that automatically syncs so that other people can upload stuff to it. Wow. One day it's gonna get to the corner, you guys. I promise. One day.
There are no corners. No. Corners are an illusion.
Polo show, the most exciting place on the internet. Take it away, guys.
Hey, who's that? Oh, it's us. It's me. How you doing? How you doing, Moose? How's everybody doing? How's your Friday?
Is it Friday? I don't know. What is the day?
I think we exist. Do we exist?
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if I exist. I mean, what is existence? I think so. You know, I think, therefore I am. Is that the saying? Or what is it? I stream, therefore I am. We stream, therefore we are.
I'm celebrating the year of the tiger because I've got these are tigers, not even cats. This is the welcome to my tiger shirt, keeping it thematic. You know, it's the year of the tiger. I got tigers on. Tigers are good.
Dang it! I wish I had some sort of tiger thing to sync with you. I don't have any tiger swag. Dang it!
No tiger swag.
Yeah, we should have a meeting beforehand so we can match what we wear. So you can be like, hey, Moose, I'm gonna wear a tiger shirt. I'm like, okay, good. I'll wear a tiger shirt also. Then we can coordinate.
It'd be easy on most days. Most days I just wear a black T-shirt because I'm a dad. It's like black T-shirt, Dad. Hey, Dad. Nice black T-shirt, Dad.
Yeah.
Is there a pattern on it, Dad?
I-
Nope,
I-
just blank.
I normally wear a black t-shirt. Well, today I'm wearing what I went to bed in. I fell asleep in this, and I just got up.
Woke up, got into the stream. Let's do this.
Let's do this, guys. Yeah.
Well, you know what's really great about this stream is we've got some slides. You want to get some slides
Yeah.
up for us? Some awesome slideness.
How about we just take some time to address the comments here in the section?
Yeah, you
Maybe
can do
like
that.
2-3 minutes. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bitsy Mouse. Hello, Polly. Hello, Emai. Hello, Tech. Hello, Cecilium. Midnight Aurora. Hello, friends. You're our friend. Awesome, you guys. How's everybody doing? Hello, Dream. Hello, Lauren. Great to have you here. Welcome. If this were like a building, we'd be at the entry point shaking your hand and giving you a pamphlet. Be like, hey, welcome. We're the greeters.
Welcome to Walmart.
Welcome to Walmart.
Can I interest you in some groceries?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for your cordial welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome for the welcome. So, welcome to
Moose Mart.
Ninja. Don't finish that sentence. Okay. Yeah, there we go. The Quackinator, doing well. Thank you. Awesome. Great. Doing well is the best. You know, doing well is what you'd hope for.
I love it's one of my favorite song titles. It's an REM song. Living well is the best revenge. I love that.
You know what? That's very good advice. One of the best things you can do is just better yourself and try to live well. Do your best. Okay, shall we do it? Here we go.
Let's do it.
Hold on a second.
I don't know if that clap was too loud. I apologize if I just clapped in everyone's ears.
It's fine. Let me see if we can. There we go, everybody.
Hey.
Yay. We have a beautiful stream ahead. I think we should preface this. Polo and I have a lot of work to do today. And
Get back to work.
We got to get back to work. We love this stream, and we wish that we could do this stream as like our main thing. But the reality is we have a big pile of work to do. So we're going to get through this in the most engaging, fun way possible. Apologies for no stream. There's not going to be a stream post-stream this time around. So next time, that'll be a secret special thing. Okay, Moose and Polo Show, Friday, February 4th, 2022. Are you ready?
All right. I'm ready. What's on the show docket today? What's our table of contents?
All right. A focus. Oh, we haven't done this yet. This is nice.
Yeah, this is great. Love it. Nice work, Tech.
Today's show, today's show, a focus on the art of creating OCs.
Original content.
Original content.
Original creators.
Original creators. Orange County. Hit TV show.
communities.
Yeah. The OC hit TV show.
Creating the OCs.
Yeah.
I have no insight on how to create the OC.
No.
Well, except that you start with characters, and if you're creating your own characters, and actually this is insider baseball, but it's good for you as you're creating your OCs. Every good character has something that they want that they can never have. That's the origins of every great tension, because it's like, oh, Herbert will never be warm.
Nope.
All the stories ensue. His pursuit of warmth is what drives that character. Very simple.
Unless you're Thanos, then you do get what you want. But then it gets taken back away from you, you know? Then you
Pursuit
don't.
of ultimate power that you can never have.
But then a different version of yourself crops up, right? And then sabotages it.
In the metaverse?
Yeah, in the metaverse. Yeah, our future home.
Thanos Zuckerberg?
Thanosberg. Will Herbert ever be nice, though? Yeah, I think so. Who knows? Use your imagination.
This stream is sponsored.
Yes, this stream is sponsored. Brought to you by Quack 444's Hooves Toothpaste.
Woohooves Moo Toothpaste.
Okay. We are Woohooves. We at Moohooves are proud to announce that thanks to a certain influential moose, and what we can only assume is its pet alien, our previous product sold so well that we are able to come up with a brand new one. This time, we're getting into toothpaste industry, the toothpaste industry with our brand new Moo Toothpaste. Keep your dentals and breath nice and fresh for your mandatory Mondays, lasting up to 29.7 hours. I love mandatory Mondays. I think that's the first time I've seen those two words put together, and it sounds great. Each one of the brand new Moo toothpaste, grass, and mint flavor bottles just happen to also be registered to the non-fluffy toothpaste database, where each Monday a number is chosen and the lucky owner of the bottle wins 10,000 Moo coins.
Oh, Moo coin.
Buy a bottle of Woohoo's Moo toothpaste for just 20 Moo coins at www.woohoovs.moose/Moo toothpaste, or a pack of 5 for just 99.99 Moo coins. Contest ends whenever we feel like it. Terms and conditions apply. See more at www.woohooves. I wonder why there's not HTTP. Oh. woohooves.moo.se/Moo toothpaste/contest. There we go. That's our sponsor. So please support our sponsors. We would not exist if it weren't for our sponsors. So please go support the sponsors. It makes the show possible. Your creative Twitch. Okay, let's get let's change
affiliate link in the description below. Smash that like button.
Smash it.
The comment button in the twofers. I don't know. Creative Twitch submissions. Let's do this.
Okay, I'm gonna change I'm gonna change to something more creative. Here we go. Let's do it. Woo! Check this out, guys. Yeah. That's a creative Twitch submission page. This is a continuation off the last week's wacko theme. Okay, we're melting.
Let's do this.
Oh, okay, reading. Okay.
Do you want me to take this one?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Dream's idea. So thanks, Dream. A wholly separate idea and perhaps a slightly weird one, but this was something that always made me sad about Club Penguin, which was I could think of improving here if we have parties and events and such. There were several events like Festival of Flight and Mountain Expedition that players enjoyed a lot, but because they weren't yearly parties like Music Jam or Medieval Party, the special parts of them oftentimes didn't return. Maybe if we could have something similar to like PSA missions or Club Party Parrot have a way to solo rooms where you can easily repeat the unique parts of parties, such as the balloon ride, or that's Festival of Flight, or the expedition part of Mountain Expedition, and the EPF part of Operation Hibernate in a solo experience. That way, even if they won't return, players would still be able to enjoy them later on. I don't know how to implement it. Maybe going through an old archive room of newspapers or magazines, you can activate it. Or this is a very detailed idea. This is probably too detailed, but anyways, this is great. I love it. Or if there's a more high-tech room, like a VR room, perhaps an archive for Parrot or a VR room for Moose. Like for Parrot, there's a picture of an event in question in the archives, and you focus on it. Somewhat like Life is Strange to go into, man, I'm sorry.
It's hard, man.
into past events per se, except obviously you wouldn't be actually time traveling in this instance, just per se reliving the event to be able to replay it with your Parrot, or perhaps there could be AR style gear. There's a lot to unpack here. Love it. It's awesome. Love the creativity.
That's great. I love the thought that's put into this.
Yeah, I appreciate the thought. It's really great. I say too detailed, not to hurt your feelings or anything. It's just you're also assuming that we're doing a straight up penguin experience, which we're not actually. So like we're gonna start with a foundation of some penguin-y type things. But yeah, like I think I'm a huge fan of making sure that you can do stuff all the time, right? So like the idea here is basically, if you're digging into the core of your idea, it's like saying, hey, there's these really cool things that were only at this limited time event, and then we were kind of stuck not being able to relive that event, which is like a pain point, right? Like you want to actually be able to go and experience that thing that you're nostalgic about. Like I think about that for like, I'm blessed with being an old guy, so the premium games of the past, I could go back in and actually like replay stuff, right? Like I can go and just put in a cartridge and play The Legend of Zelda 1 again, top to bottom. But the parties, if those were like a game experience, you couldn't go back and experience Festival of Flight again, right? And so there was always this tension. So that's where this idea is coming from, right? This idea is like, okay, there's this event, and I want to experience it again. So my hope is at the beginning, like, so I see in the comments, like somebody said, no parties. It's like, no, it's just, it's not a not, it's a when, right?
Yeah.
So parties is a great idea once you have a foundation. So like our first phase, and I was hoping to actually spend some time to put together like and share with you guys like a bit of a production roadmap, so you can kind of broadly understand the phases of development that we're going to be doing, that we are in right now. So you kind of understand where we're at, and really our baseline is just establishing the core loop. Whenever you're developing a game, you want to think about, well, what's the player loop? Right. You do this, then you do this, then you do this, then you do this. Like every game has a bit of a loop like that, right? So if you think about Minecraft, it has a loop where, you know, you walk in, you can either, it's a really fast loop, you can destroy a block or build a block, destroy a block, build a block, destroy a block, build a block. And then you got another loop on top of that that goes destroy a block, gather a block, craft, build a block. Like there's, so it extends the loop, right? So it's more infinite. So anyways, like in terms of this, it's a great idea once we start thinking about like the idea of a party. I don't know what a party is yet for what we're doing.
Well, yeah, and I think that would evolve with the community, right? Because the first, if you look at the first Club Penguin parties, like, were they parties, or was it just like it was not like Operation Blackout versus the first ever beta party? It's like, it's just a bunch of, it's like, hey, let's hang out. You know, like so like in that sense, it's like it kind of has to have that same growth pattern where it starts really small, or define what is a party to the community. It won't start where Club Penguin left off, because Club Penguin had a community already. That community needs to grow, and so everything needs to be small. So
yeah, we're starting at zero, right? So you got to think about, there's some things that were based on having an audience. Like there was some things that made sense when you have a mass of people, right? So we're thinking about the beginning part. You gotta rewind in time a little bit and go back to, you know, what's the baseline, what's the foundation to everything, and then build on top of that foundation. So
totally.
Yeah. Anyways, there you go.
All right.
A little bit of internal thinking for you as you're thinking about things that you're creating and dreaming up, right?
It's pretty awesome. Okay, shall we? Let's move on to idea number 2. I can read this one. Oh, what is?
Let's go to the next one. I'm just trying to, like, I'm saving some material for next week, just because our time is pretty limited.
Yeah,
today,
we're limited.
So.
Okay, Cecilium's 3D modeling. I was in such a panic. My wonderful daughter was starving, but thankfully the honorable and kind Midnight Aurora gave her the best chocolate in the world. Now I can safely say that by next week my little girl will be healthy and well again. Remember Stag Shovel's chocolate bar last week? Best dad. Aw, I like that. That's really sweet. Look at that. She was looking really starving. Now she's, you know.
I hope the modeling is going well for you, Cecilium. You're learning about anatomy and all that. It's
that's so cool.
Definitely
a cool
fun part is like learning hands and drawing. Yeah, it's quite a journey to go through.
Yeah,
takes time.
The best thing is to just observe, right? Observe real life and try to mimic that. Like, that's really fun. Okay, what is this? I made a Moose and Polo logo in Animal Crossing New Horizons on a whim. Here's a step-by-step and what it took. Oh my gosh. And what it looks like on my island. If anyone wants the design,
it's been a long
the design
week.
code is This is really cool. I've never played Animal Crossing. Oh, shame on me. Oh, you've never played Animal Crossing?
Need a Switch.
What kind?
Yep.
I need time is what I need. You know how my backlog of movies and TV shows and games I need to watch? It's like, I don't even know what happened. Yeah, anyways. This is awesome. There we go. There's the design code, everybody. Great job, Imai, as always. What is...
There it is in the experience, so you can see it.
Wow. I love
So there's
this.
your code. You can jot down the code. I think you posted the code in the Discord, so if anybody wants to visit visit Emai's Island, there you go. And the next one is actually, if you go to the next slide, you can see the flag in on her island.
Whoa,
So,
that's
pretty
crazy. Whoa, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. Moose and Polo Land. I've never played Animal Crossing. I should do it. I'll do it for that case primarily. Okay. Awesome. Okay, moving on. Somebody just came into my office. All right, what was that? Delivered me a coffee. Look at this. My mom delivered me this. And it's full of
That's awesome.
hot brew. Look at this. Huh? That's what my mommy does
Man,
for,
I wish I had
for this
more
dad.
brew.
Well, because I went upstairs right before the stream, and I was like, people are over, and I'm like, the coffee's gone? No! And I made a big scene, and I stormed out and I slammed the door like a little big baby.
Dear.
No, I didn't. But I didn't do that physically. In my mind, I did it. You know how you can do things in your mind, but not in reality. Tech 70, enjoy the process and moment. View video and next slide. Okay.
I'm stoked about this.
Let's see.
I haven't watched it yet because I want to save the surprise.
This is content, everybody. This is what we're here for. I'm really excited about this. Here we go. Tech 70 bringing us some really cool content. Is it working? Oh, this is like ASMR. Nice watch, man. Okay. I need to turn up the volume here. Hold on. Okay. What is it? Is it a frog? Looks like it's like a house to me right now. What are we seeing? What are we looking at here? I love the sound of the flicking of like paper. What is it, everybody? What do you think this is? Is it like a little envelope? Is it gonna be a person? I don't know. I was not prepared for this today. Moose needs an ASMR channel. I do need an ASMR channel. It's gonna be. It would mostly consist of this. This is what my ASMR channel would be like. Just coffee. Just sipping coffee. And then it's like a little bit too hot coffee sometimes, so it'd be like this. Ow! Oh, ouch.
I'm with Ninja.
Oh, wait. What is this? It is a frog. Is it a frog? Is it a... What? Oh!
Oh, keep watching.
It's a frog.
I love that you... That's why I just love origami. Just the creation. It's just such a... As a creative medium, like...
Wait, what's going on now?
It's just so awesome because...
I love ASMR.
Adroha by Dr. Hinamura Elder.
I actually just finished that book.
What's it about?
The Tui squawks, the Kaka chatters, the Kiriru coos. It takes all kinds
It's really
of
like a
people.
mental... It's really about mental health. I think overall is the kind of the core message of it. It's a good book.
I think you've
This.
just discovered a calling, tech origami ASMR videos with like hidden clues. What? On behalf of
We will start the ASMR
On
video.
behalf
On
of-
behalf
After
of the
this.
Moose and Polo community, we would like to thank our mods, including the very hardworking frog mod, Chileo, for keeping our online spaces safer and more positive. Ribbit.
Now that was special. I see. That is the type of stuff I love, where it's just like, where are we headed here, and then your attention is hooked on every step of the way, and then it all combines into a message which is relevant to our community. Because yes, we should acknowledge our mods that work really hard and maintain the Discord. So yes, thank you. That was like a really great exercise in gratitude, I think. Awesome. More ASMR.
I love it.
More ASMR videos.
The more you folks can help encourage each other as creatives, that's like lift each other up. Because the truth is, especially when you get into like professional creativity, like, you know, it gets harder because you have to deal with all these different interests, and you know, ideas get smushed, or you know, it is, there's a you know, it's nice to have people encouraging each other through that.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
that's great. Great job. Thanks you so much, Tech. Okay, message. Oh, the message of Tech. Here we go. Here's some context. The songbird squawks, the parrot chatters, the pigeon coos. It takes all kinds of people. We ought to express our appreciation for the moderators who are volunteering at the Moose and Polo Discord, particularly Chileo, who has contributed so much of her time and expertise. In my creative process, I thought about Chileo's love for frogs and connected that with the Maori, excuse my pronunciation, a book she recommended to me, Aroha. So I combined the New Zealand theme, because kakapos, right? And an origami frog skill that I picked up from an elementary school semester worth of frog education. Well, that's just warms my heart. So, well done, you guys. You made an old dad smile on the inside. Ah, all right.
Made me smile on the outside, so
Yeah, inside out. I just had the sentimental song playing. Thank you to all the mods. You rule. Okay, next. Dial, guys.
Sorry to hear they're not doing well, Chili, by the way. I don't know if you caught that, but
Oh.
Chili said that she caught COVID, so
You know what?
hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, moving in, it's gonna like, it's one of those things. It's like it seems like everybody's getting it. It's really moving its way around. So
Yeah, Omicron has spread like wildfire, unfortunately.
yeah, it's wild. So yeah, our heart goes out to you. Hopefully you stay healthy. Take those vitamins. Get lots of sleep. Drink lots of water. Yeah, get those electrolytes.
Mhm.
All right, Dialga's learning a new art style.
I should learn a new art style. This is awesome.
I feel like that's a really cool challenge that we could take part. Is like we're each week we learn something new art style. This is awesome. So you're learning this based off of what is this character? I don't know what
That's
this
Dialga.
character is. Oh, that's Dialga. This character is
It's
Dialga.
Pokemon.
Oh, right.
Pokemon!
Oh, God, I catch them all. I don't know anything about Pokemon.
It's funny because anytime I try and play Pokemon, I put it on, I'm like, I start, and I'm just like, my attention just drifts off, and then I can't. It's so funny. I love Japanese RPGs, but for whatever reason, I can't get myself to play Pokemon. I don't know why. I don't know what my block is. I love the theme. I admire it. I'll put on like my daughter will have an episode on, and I just can't be bothered. I don't know what it is. Like, I just have this block when it comes to Pokemon. I'm probably too old. I don't know. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a dad.
How dare you?
I love the character design. That's the thing. Like, I love so much about it. Like, so many things I love, but also not interested, but interested.
But Pikachu is so cute.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is this theme?
TV, I've bought a ton of Pokemon stuff, so I just
I remember
I live
Pokemon in
vicariously.
elementary school on the trading Pokemon on the elementary school grounds. That's what. And I remember one kid was just like, "I trade for keeps. I play for keeps," and then like took some of my Pokemon. I was like, "Oh man!" Same with Pogs.
Oh.
When they'd play, and then when you're a kid and it's an older kid, and then like, "We're gonna play this time. It's for keeps." I'm like, "Okay," and then they're like, "It's mine now." Like, and then you cry. And then the teacher's just like, "Well, no, give them back the car,"
Steve,
and then it's
I messed this up.
embarrassing.
This is Palkia.
This is who?
Is this Palkia? I don't even know. Who's is this Dialga?
It's
See,
all
I don't
some
know.
variation of
I'm not-
Pikachu to me. I mean, somewhere along the line. I really like Detective Pikachu.
It's all
That's a
about
good
Eevee
movie.
for me.
Eevee. I love the art style, Dialga.
Eevee, yeah.
Okay. Dialga's creative process, community selection submission. This is an art style challenge. The unfinished fan art in the screenshot is Palkia from Pokemon. Oh, there we go. We just have to go to the next slide to answer our questions. This is my first attempt to learn a new art style. I want to inspire other artists to try to draw something new with their most drawn original fan art characters. Might help if you're an art block or if you're in an art block or seeking ideas, because it really helps when I often have no idea what to draw. I often draw fan art different or more, creating a new original content based on an own existing OC. Interesting. That's something I would love to see more of. I know that we've created this pattern where we have this Moose and Suits and Club Party Parrot worlds that we're trying to define, and we're getting fan art. I would love to see it where you guys are posting some of your ideas and then the community goes and interprets that as well. Like, that's something I would love to see. So yeah, and challenging new art processes or new art styles is really good for the brain.
Just a reminder, just create your own stuff. You don't, like, again, we're just providing a palette of things that we're working on together. There's plenty of room for OCs, especially like if you're doing client work, right? So if you're doing professional creative work for someone else, it's good to have a release of your own thing always.
Oh, yes.
So that, it's like, then if you're feeling frustrated with the client work or you're getting feedback you don't like or you don't understand or whatever, because you're gonna get feedback, it's just the reality.
Oh, yes.
Having a release on your own is really good. It's therapeutic. So there's my dadism for you. Also, just on the note of challenging trying out a new art style, it's really, like, for me, I know my style is like all weird and psychedelic and trippy if you see kind of my stuff. That came out of a long time of doing what I think other people want, or basically having my art style but thinking that I should be a chameleon and do a lot of these other things. And that process actually, gave me the skills to enhance my true style a lot more, and also affirming that, hey, I'm actually really good at this thing. And you don't know that until you try a bunch of things. So yeah, this is awesome. I love watching you guys experiment with new art styles. Some people can't do it. Like for me, especially when it comes to drawing, I can't. My doodles are it's just what comes out of my head. I can try drawing in any other art style, and I just get frustrated and I crumple it up and I mentally run out the door and slam the door behind me. Yeah. Shall we move on, everybody? Let's change the vibe. I haven't updated the. That's a cool song. This is the problem with being just so busy. I have all these ideas of what I want to do for the stream, add different music, different animations, incorporate all this stuff. You just don't got time for it. That's why, I appreciate you, Tech, for coming in here, and the community for actually giving us the content to make this a thing and move the ship forward. So, awesome. Okay, let's get into this. Creative chats on Discord. Right on. Let's do it. I love chatting. Speaking of original content, here's Fairy's inspiration for their original content. Oh boy! The purple girl is one of my OCs.
The other is Doctor Strangelove from Moshi Monsters. Oh my gosh, I remember that video. I remember when they released that Doctor Strangelove music video was when we were doing Club Penguin music videos at the time. And Chris and I, or Polo and I, we were just trying to do things quickly without any resources. So we didn't like have animators that we were working with. It was just like, how can we primarily make stuff that we like concept at the beginning of the week and then release at the end of the week, so it can be responsive and we can actually do really fun sneak peeks, even though the party is literally being made like as like about to release, so we can get at least all the features of that Club Penguin party in the sneak peek videos. And then we see Moshi Monsters coming out with these crazy fully animated videos, and we're just like, oh man. Let's do Dubstep Puffle. I guess that's the best we can do. I mean, Club Penguin did the music videos and stuff, I think. But I think Moshi Monsters was the first to do those crazy music videos. And fun fact, there's one of them, I suspect that one of my favorite animators was commissioned to do Syriac is his name. He does some crazy After Effects work. He was commissioned to do some Moshi Monsters stuff, which is really cool. Fun fact here. Oh, Party Moose HQ, I forgive you for tuning in late because you're tuning in and we appreciate that. Dubstep Puffle was awesome. Any questions about Dubstep Puffle now that we're waiting? Because that feels like that was like a brainchild of mine. That was like one of my first projects I was like really, really proud of, because it was a simple idea. It was observing community behavior, and I was like, I want to do something just like totally random that is... At the time, memes were a relatively new term. And I was like, we want to do something super memey. And so Dubstep Puffle was just like, that's a super dumb idea that like, Dubstep Puffle could be a meme. And then we were in our little corner in the Club Penguin offices. We're just like, let's make a character with the headphones. I think we're also trying to promote the hats, like the new feature of Puffles being able to wear hats. And we're like, let's just make like go over the top and make it like try to reference every possible meme currently that's relevant to the community, and then just like add in all these fun Easter eggs. And then it became popular enough that I remember somewhere at some point in time they released Dubstep Puffle pajamas, and I was like, wow, like I helped create a character that now has pajamas. Not really create a character, it's like remixing a character or adding a name and a character to like, or it's like bringing to light a puffle with a certain item. Yeah, and also like it made it different appearances and different things. That was a proud moment for me, feeling like as a community content creator actually influencing the product that you're working on it made my heart feel nice and warm. Okay. Yeah, Doctor Strangelove. So that was a fun tangent that I went on. Let's move on. Fairy has an alternate universe across many virtual worlds. Oh my goodness. See, I knew this was going to happen. As soon as we gave permission to start saying, hey, do what you want. Like, you don't have to do Moose and Polo stuff. Please show us your OC. And this is awesome. I mean, I have a crossover. What does AU mean? Australia? I have a crossover Australia. No. What does everybody? What does AU mean? Suit pajamas. What does AU mean? I don't know. I don't want to have to Google it and embarrass myself. Alternate universe. See, I should have known that. I mean, I have a crossover alternate universe. I draw and animate. So like, yeah, the alternate universe is just like all the games I played exist on one planet, and my avatars from them. Awesome. So Freya's saying, no, it's Australia. I thought so. So I have a crossover Australia I draw. So do they all have Australian accents? I think they all have Australian. That's a weird detail to point out, but I like it because it's like making like, ooh, these guys have Australian accents. Awesome, Fairy. We love it. Keep doing this, you guys. Keep doing this stuff, you guys, every week. We'll watch it and we'll appreciate it. I'm gonna wait till Polo gets his coffee and sits down because I don't want to move on. Hold on. Speaking of creative stuff, I'm getting a job interview again, but a different company. This one is a local TV broadcaster, not well known. If everything works, I have an internship in May. Way to go! Oh yeah, I wanted to ask how your interview went. If our oh my goodness, that is silly.
Paw Patrol.
You're one silly character, Polo.
Paw Patrol.
Paw
We're on the roll.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
Hey!
you're just wild and crazy today. I love it.
This is the great thing about having toddlers is our house is full of Paw Patrol.
Yeah,
Ah.
I've avoided Paw Patrol for my kids like the plague. Like I really intentionally was like, well, first and foremost, I think it helped that me being naive. I thought Paw Patrol was like was like a Smurf spinoff where it's just like Papa Troll, like a troll's dad. For the longest time, I thought Paw Patrol was like Paw Patrol, like I'm a troll, but I'm a dad, Papa. And then it's like, Papa, we need,
That could be our dad patrol. It's Papa Patrol.
Papa Patrol.
Papa Patrol.
Papa
Oh no! Oh, the dads, they're on a roll. Look,
Papa
they're in
Patrol.
Their wheelchairs.
That's
Papa
what we.
Patrol.
That's
oh
what
no! Look out for Granddad. Here he comes. Bob.
we should change the moderators from moderators to Papa Patrol.
Yeah, I love it. Papa Patrol.
Papa Troll.
Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol is on the roll.
But doesn't that make more sense?
There he is.
It's like,
Here we go, Paw Patrol.
that's got to be a meme somewhere. I can't be the first person to have thought of that. Like that's got to exist somewhere because like Papa Patrol, Paw Patrol. Oh man, Papa Patrol. It's clunky enough that I love it. It's just the right amount of clunky where it's Papa Patrol. Okay. One thing on Monday wasn't the stereotype job interview. Just telling the internship is different than everyone is thinking. They offer an internship in August, but they said it would be just to watch what they do, like a school internship. Cool. That's valuable. Get in data input, scene processes of how people structure themselves inside of an organization is really valuable. That's what Polo taught me, actually. One of the biggest things when I started as a young baby boy working at the Walt Disney Company, Polo's just like, just observe. Like, don't. I still need to learn this. Don't go in there guns a-blazing thinking you can solve everybody's problems. Just, it's important to understand what everybody's needs are. Still learning that every day. It's just like you can go in, you might have the best solution to everybody's problems, but really you don't, and you don't know because everybody's problems are super unique. So going to a facility and just observing is the best thing you could do. So awesome. I want to show you this, Polo. Fairy. So we're exploring OCs, which is so much fun. Fairy, first I'll go here. Show us an OC of, you've seen this, the Dr. Strangelove from Moshi Monsters. I told them the backstory of us watching that music video as it was coming out while working at CP and being like, oh, we need to up our game. And that's kind of Dubstep Puffle came out of that.
It was like a creative rivalry. We watched the Moshi stuff and we're like, man, that's really good. We got to do better than that.
And then that's where Dubstep Puffle came. Oh, by the way, when I was working at the Vancouver Aquarium. Nice.
Yep.
When I was working at the Vancouver Aquarium, one of the producers that I got to hire worked at Moshi Monsters. And we were just like,
fun.
And they remembered seeing our content, and they were involved in this stuff, and they remembered that whole rivalry. It was really fun. He was a Brit. And then Fairy has this showing that they have an alternate universe across many worlds. And so these are a crossover alternate universe I draw and animate. So like, yeah. And the Australia is just like all the games I played exist in one planet. And all my
the alternate universe.
We talked about this in the stream, and we all voted that AU means Australia. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
cool.
the chat is... We talked about this in this. I mean, right, you guys? It's pretty unanimous that AU does mean Australia. So we're just assuming that all these characters have Australian accents. But yeah, anyways, this is really cool. And I was just saying that, like, this is like what Lego does, right? Lego, they have an art style or a format or a system that other brands live in. And so I love seeing you guys coming up with that type of universe where all of your favorite properties can exist within your art style. That's an amazing starting point to push yourself towards something new that you can create. Like, it's so cool. And it's an awesome way to practice your art style too. And maybe you don't have that idea for the most original character ever, but by incorporating other properties within your art style, it's just a matter of time before some sort of unique combination comes your way. I think that's awesome. Yeah, you guys are great.
The truth is, like, you're gonna learn creativity by copying. That you start with copying, and that's why I especially love like fandom, where people are doing their own like fan fiction. I hate the term fan fiction, fan art allows you to start by copying.
Yeah.
To go, this
totally
works. I love this about this thing, and then where you become original is when you spend enough time practicing that you get to know what works and what doesn't about.
Totally. And drawing it and working off of that, you're gonna be working off of the problems that those people solved when they created their OC. Cecilia says, can I share my OC for next stream? 1,000%. You all can. We love it. We love it. We love Moose and Suits and Party Parrot too. Those are like, we get super inspired by seeing what you guys are coming up with. We're not going to take it or steal it or anything. We're literally, we want to help you guys do whatever it takes to get you on that creative flow of creating and drawing that can set you on a cool career path. Like that's our, like, in our heart of hearts, our main goal. So yes, please submit your
even on a hobby path. Like, even if your career goes the route of you're going to be an accountant and you want to release while you're not an accountant, maybe you're studying to be a lawyer, maybe you're studying to be a doctor, it's still good to have a release, you know. If you're creative in any way, it's positive.
And if we can be the seed of that, where it's just like, because so many of things that I've done that I'm proud of have some sort of origin point, and a lot of it actually came from working with you, Polo, at Club Penguin, or there's an origin point for these things that then eventually years down the line can manifest in a hobby, or, you know, you could all of a sudden be like, hey, I've had this thing in the back of my mind that I've been wanting to create for 10 years, and finally you have like the perfect opportunity to do it. We would love to be that starting. We would love to do whatever we can to seed that starting point for you guys.
We aspire to just be a catalyst for you, to be like a catalyst for creativity.
Ooh, I wonder who has that catchphrase. Okay, what are these?
It's a segue time.
It's a segue time. Time for segues, where we spend the rest of the show watching how the robot apocalypse is upon us via segue crashes. Okay. Please, somebody make a Segway world, a Segway universes where Segways have eyeballs and there's characters, and then they go in their mode. Please, somebody do that. You can have that. Just make that a thing, you guys. A Segway world with Segway characters. I would love that. And then we will make those segues happen in the stream, and we will use those segues. Yeah, and then you can just have it and make that Segway world. There we go. Call to action. Agent Psycho's OC created from a snipping tool. Could not be bothered to open Photoshop, so enjoy a sketch of my OC in snipping tool. Is that a microwave head guy? Nice. I like it. What is that on the head?
Is Agent in the chat? I thought I saw Agent, actually.
You saw Agent?
Twitch chat.
Is this?
Maybe I'm making things up. Wasn't he here a second ago? Maybe I'm making things up, and I'm a senile pop-up patrol.
You know what? We all just make things up.
Oh, hey, there we go. Party Moose. I see an Agent.
Party Mooch HQ. You guys changing your names and your identities just really gets confusing after a while.
It's a TV head.
Yeah. Oh, it's a TV head. Looks like a microwave head, which is also cool. But if you call it a TV head, you know, if you say a duck barks, I will believe you. If you say that's a TV, I believe you. Freya, your art style grows from your own brain and with more experience by getting inspired by other artists, games, animations, and more. That's why art styles are the most special thing in art. every art style is extremely rare because it only comes from one single soul. No matter if someone tries to copy it, no one can copy the original art style 100%, not even AI. Here. Amazing insight from an amazing artist. Freya, thank you. I appreciate that. Rock and roll, everybody. That's really cool. I agree with that wholeheartedly. That is something that nobody can take from you. So even if you're making fan art, even your style is your thumbprint that makes it super unique. And I'm sure some of you, if you get really into your favorite shows and you can follow the artists or the storyboard artists or the directors of those shows, and you can start to see their, like, I was witnessing my niece, who's an animation school grad who's doing awesome work right now, watching Steven Universe, and they're like, that is this artist who's doing this style. I know because of the eyes, and I know because it's the best episode. I was like, wow, that's so cool. That, like, if you can get to the point where you can watch a show, but every episode you are able to, like, recognize the thumbprint of an artist on it, that's amazing. I love that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, the truth is you can feel something, right? Like, so when you log into Box Critters, you can feel the twins.
Yeah.
Like, the twins are just there. It's them. You know, you can go into that room that who's Jittermuffin drew, and you're like, there is some Jittermuffin's fingerprint on this, and you can tell that she's worked with the twins, but it's still her fingerprints.
Yeah.
You know,
it's really special, and it's what makes art beautiful and unique. And honestly, if we were to get into it, I've always thought like that, whatever you want to use the word spiritual for, but art and creation, that to me, like when Freya said it, it's part of your original essence and your spirit. That's a great spiritual exercise.
Essence
creation.
is a good word.
Essence
like
is an amazing word.
The non-spiritual term is like, it's just the weird things that make up a human.
Yeah, it's the thing that the metaverse can't take from you, but we'll try really hard. It's what NFTs are the enemy of. NFTs. We got let's segue out from that topic. Okay, did somebody say NFTs?
Did someone say segue?
Did somebody say segue? I did. Okay. Okay. Let's get an update on this amazing artist here. No matter how many I've done, walk cycles will be the end of me. Here. Walk cycles, and it speaks so much. Like a gait can say a lot about a character, and you can template out walk cycles.
A gait, like as in GAIT.
Yes.
GATE.
Yeah. And I totally agree, because I've done a few, not a lot, but you do a walk cycle, and it can make sense, but there was always something that's not right because it's not right for the character, and you realize, like it's not just like a robot walking. It's like it speaks a lot about a character, so it takes forever to get that walk cycle right. So walk cycles are a challenging thing because it's personality.
It's all the personality of. It's the essence of your virtual character.
Yeah, and you're working with.
That's why do you think people use mocap suits, right? It's like there's a je ne sais quoi about the way people move, and the funny walks on Monty Python. You know, it's just there's so much personality in a walk. Mm-hmm. So.
Hold on a second. What's going on here? Somebody's saying no flibbity gooing. Flibbity goo is, flibbity gooing is life. That's you can't deny anybody a flibbity or a goo. They both need to exist simultaneously and separate at the same time, and it's one of the best things you can say. So, I would love to know what you mean by no flibbity gooing, because I take deep offense to that. Just kidding. I'm just joking. Just playing around. Okay, let's move around. Wander's parrot with a shovel. This is cool. Wander, I love your art style. This is awesome. I love the hair here. I love the blocky colors.
I think this is from. Is this from D&D? Like I think this is the D&D campaign. Is that one of your characters? Maybe somebody who's participating in the D&D campaign could. But yeah. Anyway,
yes.
sorry, Moose. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I love this. My favorite thing is seeing playing D&D manifests into creating OCs and original art. Like, that's why I find Adventure Time so inspiring.
Yes.
Because you can just tell that it came out of play.
Yeah.
It was the creation of play, and there's just nothing like it. You know, it's just so special.
I'm so excited to introduce my kids to Adventure Time. It's not going to be like anything else. It's going to be like, okay, are you ready to, like, that's actually going to be a show I'm going to watch with you every episode, and we're going to get into it, and we're going to get into the lore together.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those inclusive IPs where it's for everybody. It's not for kids, even though the art style looks for kids, but it's literally like the themes. You can go, the dynamic range of themes within Adventure Time is pretty incredible. Like I need to rewatch it all. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful show. You said Adventure Time, so you got me going. It's like my favorite.
Yeah, well, if you like lore, then you also got to add Gravity Falls to that.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is a masterclass in storytelling. I love Gravity Falls.
Also, fun fact. I talked to Cale Atkinson once, and I was like, "What is the one show that you would recommend, one cartoon everybody watch?" And it was Flapjack, because Flapjack, it was guy from regular show, guy from Adventure Time, guy from Gravity Falls, and a few other all working together on one show. So you can watch it and you're like, holy smokes, this is all here. Like, Flapjack is that like birthplace of like all these amazing creators. It's like in a lot of places, in a lot, like how a lot of artists like start in the same town or come from the same high school, or the origin, or even like you hear about even Tim Burton went to this one art academy that like John Lasseter and so many other crazy animators all origin. It's like some sort of like, I don't know, a tear in the ether of creativity. Like I don't know, a portal was opened in that location that like all of a sudden possessed all these artists to go do amazing things. Like Flapjack is one of those things. It's one of those shows. It's super special. If you haven't seen Flapjack, it's one word to describe that show, in my opinion, is excruciating. Yeah, take that how you will. Flapjack was pretty great and crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen Flapjack. Put it on my watch list show. Definitely watch it and let me know how you think. Yeah. Moose in Suits, unofficial for fun logo by Palanite.
I think for fun diminishes this a bit. Like, it's not even just for fun. Like, Palanite's going, hey, I'm awesome. Check out my work. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Look at my awesome logo. I know what I'm doing. Boom. Here, let me prove it to you.
Logos are
we only
really
say
hard.
Unofficial if we didn't ask
commission
you to
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Right? If we didn't commission it, it's unofficial. That's just straight up.
Yeah.
So we didn't ask Palanite to do this. So Palanite's come up with this, and it happens to resemble some of the concepts we were doing ourselves. But this is his creation. It's awesome.
And I will say that
if we say unofficial, I just want to be clear, that doesn't diminish it in any way. No. It's awesome. It's just that we didn't go, hey, go do this thing and here's money, thank you. Like, he just did this to prove himself. And
what it really means is, unfortunately, we can't use it. Yeah.
Unless we talk to you and say,
unless
hey,
we work out some sort of deal. Yeah. But I will say that this encompasses a lot of really subtle themes of Moose in Suits, which I really love. First, the color palette is on point. I love I don't know if this is intentional, but the two O's being crossed eyes is so on point. I don't know what it is, but there's like a face somewhere in there. Like you did it where you were the moose character is in that logo, but it doesn't compromise the logo itself. So really good notes, and it's awesome. Can I just pause here? I gotta use the little dad's room right now.
Yeah, do it. I'll go through this one.
Okay, I wish there's a way you should like get any desk on my computer, and then just like, and just like when I go, you can just navigate it. One of these days we'll do it. Hold on.
It's cool. And I love this. Like, yeah, go ahead and go to the bathroom. We'll keep chatting. How's it going in the chat, everybody? I just gotta make sure I can actually see with enough screen real estate on my screen. See it. It looks so cool. Feels similar to Bitsy's logos for the stream. Yeah, it totally does, Jilly. You're right. Like, it has that same kind of vibe. It's like flat design. Yeah, I think Palanite is super talented. So it's super fun to see their creation posted. And man, check out this awesome art. Like, I love 30-minute sketch. Look at you. You're so talented, Freya. Thank you. This is Freya's original creation here, Lunar New Year art. So you're the tiger. Yeah. Woo. Inspired from a portrait on Google, and I can't find it anymore. Yeah, that's cool. It's the Polo and Polo show. So hopefully less, there we go. Polo and Polo show. Beautiful art, Freya. It's awesome. Yeah, the thing that's so fun is just that there's different traditions of when the year starts. Like, there's a Ukrainian New Year that sort of is at a different time than your traditional Latin calendar of January 1st, and then there's the Lunar New Year. We have this assumption that our calendar is the calendar, but it varies a little bit. The ornate pins in her hair are so cute. Absolutely. Yeah, I love that kind of like long hairstyle with like the sort of the hair being bound in places, like that kind of, the hair kind of goes in and out of a shape. It's nice. I'm a huge fan of like this fun fact. I know that one of my favorite things in Penguin was actually the stage, mainly because we could bend out of the typical Club Penguin theme for a while. So one of my favorite stages that we worked, their plays that we developed for the stage, because it was really about, hey, costumes and role play opportunity. We just tried to make like a little micro party is kind of what the stage was designed to do. So when there was something that was like a theme that was really interesting to us, but we didn't want to take over the entire, like we thought, hey, maybe it won't work for taking over the entire island, we would make it a stage play. And so one of my favorite stage plays is still Secrets of the Bamboo Forest. I think it's actually probably my favorite. And at the time, we had some really amazing team members. So like Coco, Ben, a bunch of folks from our, basically we had a group of team members from Taiwan and China. And so they really brought out some of like the Chinese culture for that story. So it's really dripping in that theme, which is awesome. I love like the food dog costume with the sort of the statue, the pig, and it has all those nice rich reds and golds. So I guess it's because I played Romance of the Three Kingdoms since I was the age of people playing Club Penguin. I was playing that game when I was 11 or 12, so I just love. Yeah, the best way to see it is probably to pick one of the films, like take one of the John Woo directed films just as a quick sampler, or even there's a Japanese anime that's on YouTube that has a fan translation that you could watch. That probably gives a little bit of a sense of what the story is. Oh wait, Moose, are you muted?
No, I'm not muted.
You muted? Can
Not
you guys hear
anymore.
Moose?
Yeah, I'm not muted. Am I, guys? Am I
Say-
muted?
Say
Flippity goo.
Flippity yes if you
Flippity
can
yes.
hear Moose. And say flippity no if you can't hear Moose.
Yeah, say flippity yes. if you can't not hear me.
People are trying to. How do I spell flippity?
Flippity. It's a flippity.
The flippity. Flippity yes. There we go. You're good.
Hooray!
Anyways, awesome work, Freya. Love
Awesome
it.
work, Freya. Love it. Okay, next. We just get stream. Okay, all right, everybody. Here we go.
Micro cabinets.
This stream is sponsored by Micro Cabinets. Having an issue with storage? Well, look no further, because we have the solution for all your problems. Introducing Micro Cabinet. A small filing cabinet designed specifically for micro SD cards. No longer will moosies have to stack their computers in a tower and buy chairs with stilts. Now we can all be more comfortable with a neater workplace. So, what are you waiting for? Buy it now. Your coworkers will be jealous. Plus, early customers get a 10% or a 0.100% discount. I see what you did there. That's a marketing technique. 0.100% discount by simply entering the code Honey, I Shrunk the Files at https://www.storagebocket.co.mo/microcabinet/redeem. Written by Cecilium, observing Polly's storage problem in a funny light.
Well, thank you to our sponsor. We couldn't have done this show without you.
Yeah, this is
And micro cabinets.
Yeah, that I feel like micro cabinets needs a jingle if I were to give feedback on the brand itself. So we can do a better job at supporting our sponsors, which
So, sponsors, micro cabinets. I got an idea. Let's get Polly and Cecilium and Dialga jamming on some micro cabinets theme. Let's make a theme for micro cabinets.
Let's make a micro cabinets theme and a segues theme.
Micro cabinets.
Yeah, awesome. Next, remember the offer code. Offer code. Right. What was
Honey,
the offer
I
code?
Shrunk the stream.
Honey,
I shrunk the code. The offer code. Honey, I shrunk the offer code.
Very special. Okay. I am Polly, creator of Fantlers, and I approve this message.
Excellent. I am happy that this is an approved message, that it passed the brief.
Yeah. All right, official work by the team. Let's do this. Behind the scenes parrot item production includes sneak peeks. Here we go. Oh boy, another video. I'm nervous in a good way. Hold on, let me just oh, what is that? Let me just see here. Make sure
I am not nervous at all. I am happy.
Well, yeah. I remember, being nervous is good. I remember a friend of mine who's he's about to move to a new city. I'm really nervous. I'm like, hey, it's good to feel nervous because then that's going to, not nervous wreck, but it's going to make you, check yourself. I think.
Before you wreck yourself.
Hey, Burbs and Moosies, this is Tech70, and today we are taking you behind the scenes on how our parrot items are produced from scratch all the way up to completion. And we're taking you behind the scenes because there's actually a lot of work that goes into making each of our items a reality. And we care about how you want to express yourselves in the world with the clothes of your choosing. After all, we don't want to roam around the world without our clothes, right? I mean, we need our clothes.
Yeah, we do.
As you can see, I have my signature Canyon ball cap and my plaid flannel. These are the items I like to wear, and you have your own items you like to wear, and we just want to make sure that you have the clothes and items you want to be expressive in Parrot Party. Without further ado, here we go. So we have our very hard-working item artist, Imai, and then there's me, the editor and producer, who likes to eat words for breakfast.
I thought you were going to say worms.
So the first stage that these items go through is when Imai works on the parrot requests that you send to Imai directly. So this is the form that all of you have seen by now. This is where you request the items that you want your parrot's player card to have, the head item, the hair item, body item, the parrot's color, any images for artist references, any other notes, and so on. Now, this is what Imai sees behind the scenes. So, we'll use Dream's request as an example. We can see that Dream has requested this color, Electus Maroon, and Dream has also entered items for the head, body, neck, and notes for some eyeglasses. So Dream's head item is the Viscount cap, and the body item's a jean jacket, and the neck item is a camera. So Imai will take a look at this request, this form, and then start drawing all of these items. While these items are a work in progress, Imai will send all of that to both the requester, in this case it's Dream, and the parrot himself, Polo. And Imai just wants to make sure by both people that the items look okay, and Imai could be working on up to 5 parrot requests at a time, because Polo and the requesters may not reply to Imai right away. So instead of waiting around, Imai is just going to work on other parrot requests.
Make a flowchart, Imai.
After a parrot is approved by the requester and by Polo, their parrot request is now complete, and this is what we all see. But there's a lot more that goes behind the scenes, and Imai and I would like to show you that.
Cool.
So we have a new step in our item production process, and it's that every single parrot request will have a version of themselves standing and sitting down. What all of us have seen right now is how a parrot stands, but we haven't quite seen how a parrot sits yet.
Ooh.
Until now. So what
Are we gonna see
is
it?
going to do is they're going to go back to the standing up parrots that Imai already worked on, and they're going to draw another version of them, this time sitting down. And from now on, for any new parrot requests that Imai receives, they will draw both the standing and the sitting versions at the same time. So this is an example of a parrot that Imai returned it to. It's Cutie Jaya's parrot, and Imai drew a version of Cutie Jaya sitting down. As we can see, a major change is how the boots are displayed. Now we can see the soles of the boots as Cutie Jaya is sitting down with those boots. And this is another example of a parrot sitting down. It actually looks like Adeline. The parrot's name is Adeline. It looks like Adeline is levitating. Maybe someday we can have levitating parrots. I think that would be cool. But for now, this is just Imai drawing the sitting version of this parrot, of Adeline. And so Imai is going to draw all of these sitting parrots on top of wheelchairs and other vehicles. That way we can do a few things at once. We can introduce new items like different versions of wheelchairs. Now we have a green wheelchair, a pink wheelchair, and we're going to have these wheelchairs and vehicles as placeholders for these sitting parrots, okay? And speaking of wheelchairs, we now have a new item layer, which is called Ride, and it is separate from the body layer. As you can see here, we have Agent Psycho sitting in a snowcat or snow trekker that looks like a TARDIS from Doctor Who. This snowcat item is labeled as a ride item. That way, all vehicles, which include snowcats and wheelchairs, they're all going to be their own layer called Ride. It's totally different from other layers. That way, we don't have the vehicles interfering with other items. For example, I don't want to take off my shirt. I don't want to take off my body item to ride a snowcat.
Yeah.
So now we can keep all of our items on while we are riding our vehicles, and that's so cool. Because
awesome.
Honestly, I prefer to have my clothes on when I'm riding a vehicle, okay?
Yes, me too.
And then the second stage that Imai goes through in the item production process is directly on the parrot items themselves. So the first stage was when Imai was working on the parrot requests, and now they are going to work on the items. As you can see here, Imai has already drawn the paper doll versions when they worked on a parrot's request. And a paper doll is simply the exact image that appears on an avatar's player card. Here we have the standing version, the standing paper doll of the heart scarf, and also the sitting version. Pretty much the major difference here is the positioning of the item. Imai's like, but wait,
There's more.
And they're right, there is more.
Oh!
So all
Would you look at that?
items need an icon. So Imai will go ahead and make an icon based off of the paper doll. It's pretty similar, like the paper doll and the icon images, they're pretty similar, except the icons might have an additional backing. As we can see with the scarf, now we can see the backing of the heart scarf with the icon. And we have another new thing in our production process. There are some parrot items, especially capes and some hats, that are going to be set to a variable called has back. And these items need two
What's
paper
going
doll
on?
versions.
Wait, was that the end?
Hey,
Wait, hold on.
on an avatar's
Did
player card.
did I mess up here?
So Imai will go ahead and make an icon.
What
based
just happened?
off of the production process. There are some parrot items, especially capes and some hats that
Sorry,
are
guys.
going to be set to a variable called has back, and these items need two paper doll versions. Let's use Chileo's frog hat as an example. It's so cute, and so I just had to use it. So currently Chileo has a frog hat on. Take a look at the inside rim of the hat here and here. And now, as we can see on this side, we notice that the front portion, which is pretty much like all of the frog hat, has been separated from the inside rims. And why is that? What if Chileo is going to wear a hair item underneath the hat? If she does, then we won't see these inside rims anymore because the hair will be blocking them. So if Chileo is going to have a hair item or maybe some other item interfering with the inside rims, then we're just going to show this hat without this backing layer. But if Chileo is only going to wear this frog hat and we can actually see the rims, like there won't be any other items interfering, then we're also going to display the backing layer, and that will just appear directly underneath her hat. And so that's what the has back variable is all about. Only these kind of items that might interfere with another item will have that variable. Most other items really, they won't have this. And now Imai is like, but wait, I must wait for text 70. And so this is where I come in the process. This is stage number 3, where I actually create the items in the database. So far Imai has created all of these beautiful items, but they actually don't exist in the database. So far Imai has to keep all of these items on her end of things, on her computer, but Imai has no way of actually keeping them in the database since they don't even exist yet. So my job is to create the items in the database. Let's go back to Dream, for example. We can see that Dream has this beautiful avatar now and all of the items that Dream originally requested in the form. Well, I'm going to take a look at all of this. I'm going to look at Dream's avatar. I'm also going to go through Dream's form, and that's so I can start creating each item individually. I'm just looking through and I'm like, oh, Dream has a Viscount cap, yellow glasses, a black camera, a jean jacket. And so once I evaluate that, I need to make sure that I'm making the items, all items that I create in the parent item database, unique when I'm filling in their fields. So I'm looking at Dream's avatar and I'm going to create, for example, the camera. I'm just going to name it something simple and unique. I call it the black camera, that's its name. I'm also just going to fill in a coin amount. I think it's worth 450 coins, so that's what I'm putting in there. And finally, I'm assigning the item to an element. Why water? Why am I assigning water to the black camera? That's because I need to take a look at the dominant color of the item. And the black camera's dominant item is black. And black is associated with the element water, which is why water gets assigned to the black camera.
Very cool.
And so once I go through the rest of the items, Dream has all of these items, the noble cap, the yellow glasses, and so on. They are all assigned to Dream's request, okay? So in other words, this represents Dream's request. These are the items that I just created in the database, and then I assign them back to Dream's request. But you might notice that these items are missing something. Well, where's the icons, right? That's when EMI comes in, stage 4, and EMI finishes the item data. Now that the items exist in the database, EMI can start attaching all of the necessary images to the items. So a noble cap has its icon now, the yellow glasses, and so on. It looks much more complete now that we can see all of the icons for the items that were just created. And here are some more things that EMI has to attach. In addition to the icons for each item, they also have to attach the paper doll items, both the standing versions and the sitting down versions. The ukulele doesn't really have much of a difference. It's mostly just a positioning between standing and sitting down. That's the difference. But obviously there's a big difference in the boots, because when Cutie Jaya is standing, we're going to see the front of her boots. But when Cutie Jaya is sitting down on a vehicle, then we're going to see the soles of Cutie Jaya's boots, and that's why it's so important to have standing and sitting down versions. And EMI is going to attach all of them. Also, for items that have the has back variable, EMI also has to attach the separated backings, like we talked about earlier. So we can see that the paper doll versions, now they have their own backings. And for both the standing version and the sitting down version. So this is the backing that will go with the base, the front version of the paper doll, and this is the backing for when Chileo is sitting down, and it's going to be attached to the front of her frog hat. And I come in, I'm just making sure that the has back variable is set correctly, just making sure that EMI has attached all of the separated backings, and that's pretty much how an item is created from scratch all the way up until its finished product. We already have hundreds of items produced, and we have lots more coming. Oh yeah, there's going to be a whole flood of them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes. I hope you thought it was fun. And I will see you next time. Party on, burbs.
Cool.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool. That was great. What do you guys think of that? We talked about this earlier in the week, like as far as stream content. Do you love like this behind the scenes stuff? Is this something that's interesting to you? It's interesting to us for sure because it's part of like the process, and there's a lot of nuances and a lot of processes that goes into just like simply creating items for an avatar. So yeah, great job, Tech, on that video. It's super informative and awesome. Please let us know if you want more of this kind of stuff. Yeah, right on.
And the one thing to mention as well is like the next piece after this will be the 3D. So we've made the decision where these are the paper doll versions. This all started, the sitting standing thing actually started with Imai and I having a conversation, and we were talking about do we basically just use the 2D paper doll versions as reference only and not have them appear in the game or not, or should we do a little bit of extra work, which probably feels like a lot of extra work right now, sorry Imai, or do we do some extra work to make it so we can use the 2D asset in the game and do like Club Penguin Classic did, which is to have a 2D paper doll switcher where you can switch out your outfit and then see the manifestation of that as your 3D avatar. So that's what we're actually doing, is that style, rather than what they did on Island, or a lot of other games will just go 3D because, well, 3D is like it's much easier to do it from little poses and different angles, etc. So we made the decision that we love the art, we love the commissions. People have seen their parrots.
Mm-hmm.
Why not do a little extra work to push it closer to being, production ready? If you look behind the scenes at how the sprite sheets are constructed for something like Box Critters, that actually has a whole turnaround. So you have to do a bunch of different poses to create a sprite sheet. In this case, what we're doing is much more flat. So luckily, it's a little bit lower scope on the 2D side, but then it adds the additional scope of the 3D production that will come in after these pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And so just in terms of where we're at in the production process, the team has not started too heavily on items on characters yet. So that is coming up as a next production to-do item. And so there's going to be a lot of work for the 3D riggers to make this actually happen and make the combinations work and all the rest of it. So that's coming up, in a bit. So
maybe we'll make it behind the scenes of how that works too. Who knows? We just need to find a creative way to do it. But yeah, that's awesome.
There you go.
There you go. And I think I just want to mention that it's really cool that you flagged this now before and are able to do like these fundamental changes to like the has back variable, because Penguin, before we realized these fundamental things, like maybe Business Moose wanted to ride around in a pirate ship, but you couldn't, and you can't implementing that back into the system would mean you have to change every single item at that point. So I'm really happy that you flagged this now. I think it's really awesome. So very cool. Great job, Imai. Great job, Tech. You guys are cool. I'm reading in the comments. People seem to love behind the scenes stuff. So maybe we can talk a bit about how we can streamline some behind the scenes content for maybe even stuff from Skyview or other elements of the process. So that's worth a little brainstorm, because there might be some stuff that we think is really boring that aren't worthy of a behind the scenes item of content that y'all are like.
There's lots of stuff we can deconstruct. Like Dialga, I think do by all means create a little video. We can feature it in, and we could talk about that after this. So behind the scenes of different elements is definitely a good way to go.
Yeah.
Some stuff will be easier than others. So
even behind the scenes stuff of OC stuff too. Like, so if you have a really cool art style and you can make a video in OBS like that showing like, hey, this is how this is how I come up with this art style. It's a weird process. I use these items of software. I don't know why, but it produces this style. So cool. All right, I'm just looking at the time here. We have a hard out at noon. So we're going to just keep it moving. Thanks a lot, everybody. Okay, Dream by Dialga22239. Polo, Parrot by Cataclysmos. Artist credit in the video. From the video? What? What's that mean?
I
awesome.
think this is Imai drawing parrots.
Oh, okay. Polo Parrot. But this is a Polo Parrot by Cataclysmos.
Yeah.
So these are people's interpretations. I love that a parrot is holding a smaller parrot here. It looks like it's just like a little pet or whatever. It's like cool. Right on. Dialga, your signature is out of control and I love it. It's like pow 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 pow. Awesome. Imai's moose and parrot avatars and item icons. Awesome. I love that your spooters have a role to play here. Cool. This is a big moment. I love this little business moose guy. I think we nailed the parrot or the like paper cutout style. My little boy Forrest is very thrilled about this. And I love this AR attachment for agents, and I love there's a camera in the back, and I love it's a podcast microphone. Brilliant.
Oh, would you look at that? Let's check out some art.
Awesome. And then check out some of these items. Are these some new items? These avatars, is that like a remote control?
So this is DJ's avatar. Sans. So here's the thing with the commission DJ, the shirt was cut out at the bottom. So like when you looked at it behind the scenes, we didn't capture it. Maybe Imai, maybe you have an old version. You could share a picture of it in the Discord. But the shirt at the bottom had like legs cut out of it because we had the legs. It was kind of baked in. Like it was like you created a form, put it in the oven, came out. So basically, Imai had to kind of redraw the standing version of those items. So this was to bring DJ to have a standing version and then everybody else to have a sitting version. So that's what we're doing is like DJ was currently the only sitting avatar. So we had to just do one version of his player card standing so that the shirt worked in the standing form. And then everybody else's, all those items worked in the sitting form.
Ah.
You see the math. It's like everybody else's was a standing request. Okay, now we've got the sitting request.
Yeah. That's great. I love that. Very cool. I love the simplicity of this design. I love just the shirt. It's awesome. Then what's this one? New avatar. Who's this one?
Yeah.
Love those goggles. Awesome. And then of course we have who's this one?
This again?
Look at that old school iPod. Yeah. Ipod Nano. I was thinking of getting one of the old iPods for my boy for his birthday, which is Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, happy birthday. 5 years old. Can you believe it?
Fugaz. Fugaz. That's Fugaz's
Fugaz.
outfit.
Awesome. Great work, Imai. And then Imai sitting. Look at these sitting parrots.
There we go. Hey, look at
Whoa! So cool.
We started with recolors of the wheelchair because we thought, hey, why not? We'll have some options. That way, if somebody wants a wheelchair item, they can pick a different color, right?
That's
so
great.
There's options. So it's like, let's start there, and then we'll start to do other vehicles. So you can see the next one is a bit of a trekker. So Chili's got a sort of a snowy, like trekker, and then there's this
so
TARDIS-y trekker and a purpley trekker.
That is awesome. Right on. Sitting parrots. I think that was a bold, strong, effective move. That was a very important week for that decision alone, and the work that you guys put into is going to be so meaningful and create ripple effects into the future. So bravo, you guys. I think that's the kind of work that is really. I'm so happy that we can highlight that work in real time, because like all of that stuff is lost in the development of games like Penguin. That's why I love this stream.
Literally between Tuesday to now. This is what's happened. Like Imai and I had like I think we had like a half meeting, and it just ballooned into. I think we were chatting for probably like 3 hours of sitting there going, "Oh no, what about this and then this and then this and then." combo. Oh no, this combo. This has got to and it was trying to like, how do we reduce the rework so that it's like minimum rework, because there was a little bit of rework. But luckily, like, that's the thing. This is where it's important. Like, some people would say this is laziness. I absolutely do not think it's laziness. You could see it as laziness, but I see it as the positive side, which is you have to be efficient with something like this. You have to pick the least painful path if you can, because it's the least costly, it's the most efficient. So what we ended up landing on is, why don't we just extend from a square down? So we just extended the canvas for the sitting parrots. Because what we needed before with DJ's commission was we just shrunk the avatar and moved it up to fit it in the square. It was like, hang on, we need the parrot to be the exact same size between sitting or standing, but just swap the feet, but it just needs more room below the feet for a vehicle. So yeah, there you go.
Awesome. All right, moving on. Freya's record shop concept. Next slide.
Hey, new room.
Whoa. Hey, fun fact. These are behind the
that.
scenes from the music video that I shot. Wow, that's me. I was not expecting that to see that. That's cool. Look at me looking at records. I'm looking at records. I'm like, is this a record? I don't know. Is that a record? I don't know. Cool. Here we go. We're gonna look.
Awesome.
We need to have a better. I'm gonna play Taz. Oh no, that's not Taz. I'm just gonna play Taz here because I feel like I want to get some momentum on this because it's exciting. Okay, so we got some record shop concepts here. Awesome.
So 2 record shop concepts.
I would love some Said the Whale references here one day. It'll even like a tiny little sneak peek here, just because if we're gonna do it. Okay, so this is A, B, A and B. A, B, A, B, A, B. I love the stairs. I love that it's upstairs. Love the couches. Awesome. Super vibey. Love this little detail here of this cute little parrot just vibing out. No, they're singing. Whatever it is, I like it. Great art. And then this one, B, similar vibe. Seems like the ceilings are higher in this one. More shelves. A little bit less cozy and more of like a this kind of gives me like studio vibes. Do you know what I'm saying here? Like, let's see here. This is like coffee shop, hangout, a secret spot where you can cozy up, maybe get some work done, vibe out to the music. Oh, look, there's a storefront here, right? So that
people
changes.
are really responding well to B. Like, thank you, Freya, for posting your beautiful art earlier in the Discord. You can see, obviously, in the Parrot channel that people have been responding really positively to B. So it's really leaning towards this from people's perspectives, which is pretty cool. And, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. Again, Freya, you kill it. I love these. I love the small little details that you add in all of these. Even though they're rough sketches, you still add the important bits, which is like the personality, the hand-drawn elements that you can only get from an artist interpreting an idea. Personality
is so much more important than perfection.
Yeah.
Just if I could give you one message, it's personality before perfection.
And that's why I think it's so cool that we're even though like this is going to be in a 3D space, we're concentrating on like the personality being put into these hand-drawn, hand-crafted rooms, because that will translate into the 3D rooms. And it's like, yeah, it's an awesome part of the process. I think is super unique, or not, beneficial. Awesome. I really like Unity. Bringer says, like, I really like the record shop vibe with the store window, but I want those pillows and couches.
From the first one? Like, if you go back to the first one, are you talking like, the kind of corner couch?
Yeah. There's couches in here, but I guess there's no pillows. This has like a storefront vibe, and this is like a really cool coffee shop in like a really cool part of town, which has a record shop on top. This is the vibe that I'm getting, where it's just like, ooh, a little bit of a secret vibe to it, like that maybe it's not super marketed.
That's where I think B, like, I like the warmth of A.
Yeah.
And the B is cool because it's, it's got a little bit more space. The staircase isn't taking up as much of the visual real estate, which is cool.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that this is a room you go to directly from a hub, right? So we saw that sort of that hub room concept from outside where you see the building. So it's prime real estate. So it's really, you're going to get directly to this room from that hub. So
yeah, very cool. I love the record shop vibes. It's a good vibe. It's a room that I would love to hang in and listen to music and spin records. And I love that there's records. I love that it's just only going to be records, right?
Yeah, we're celebrating the analog, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wood, plants, and like records offline life.
And what I love about what we lost with losing records or even CDs as being the primary access point to music is there's no longer a direct association to art when music. Like there is kind of, but mostly people listen to playlists and everything, or it's on their phone. But back in the day, when you listen to music, it started with like you had a physical object and you looked at the art and you're like, cool. And then you listened to it, and it was big.
Like that's why I still collect records, is because it's 12-inch by 12-inch. That's a lot of nice, beautiful real estate, right? You can do a lot in that space.
So I really hope that just that vibe translates over into how music is consumed in Party Parrot, where there's like an art component. It's not just the music that's on some random Spotify playlist that has been curated by an AI. It's an intentional choice from somebody either giving it to you or you finding it off a shelf that's bringing you that music. Because there's, as like being in, having a special relationship with music and bands, as I know you do, same with me, that's a huge, massive component that, is slipping away a little bit right now. Which I just so stoked about this creative choice in Party Parrot. And I think it's going to lead to some really, really cool things, I think, for sure. That's my little spiel. Now it's time for questions answered by the stream. I want to switch up the music. Can somebody please in the Discord? Can somebody link me to that dance game music track? I know I should have it already. First person to do it. Can you link it? Just the YouTube link, and I'll play it in the background. I'm feeling like I need more Dialga vibes in my headphones right now, and I feel like everybody could use some more Dialga vibes in their eardrums. You got it? Which one? The dance game one. The one that's like has like the really cool I don't know what to describe it. It's a really cool song. I'm just gonna wait in silence until somebody gives it to me. Are you frozen? Oh my gosh, Polo's frozen. Quick, let's prank him while he's frozen. He popped up a different screen. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Dialga saves the day. Here we go. Woo! This feels like an answered questions type of track, don't you think? Polo, are you there? Polo, are you there? Don't leave me. Oh, well, this is interesting because I don't use this YouTube channel, so this is like YouTube just desperately trying to think of what we might like, even though we only on this like account we only watch stuff related to the stream. So I always love to see what algorithms do to just like, maybe you'll like this. I don't know. What do you like? Deep dive into see. There's some of that. Like, oh, maybe you'll watch Robin Williams destroying interviews. So it's just funny. It's like a random mix of YouTube trying to reach for what you might like. That's a fun thing to do sometimes. If you want to try to game an algorithm, just open up incognito and go on YouTube and just see how your feed is fully curated by every little bit of interaction that you do. Polo, where are you? Hold on, give me a second here, guys. I'm going to try to pull this up. Oh. Well, I'm going to try to call back here. Hold on, you guys.
Anyways, while we wait, what do you guys have any questions for me? Or, comments or ideas, or is there any shout outs that I should be making right now in the chat before I move on? Whoopsies. Before I move on. Hold on a second here. How's life, Moose? You always ask that question, Imai, and it's a challenging question to life, because it's like, how is life? In what context? Who is life? How is life? Like, how is life for me, or how is life in general, in the general concept of like what life is to everybody? In that case, like, I don't know how to answer that question. I'd say more is just like a good question is like, why is life? Okay, I'm trying to call back Polo. I think his computer died or something.
Oh man!
Oh! Wow, there we go. Are you there?
Oh, I'm here. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't see
The downside of the pandemic is using the internet for multiple people at once. Anyways, you just put me on voice for now. It's all good.
Are you hiding? What are you hiding? What are you hiding?
Yeah, hiding
Okay.
a baked beans mug. That's about it.
Okay.
The answer is 42.
Oh, I knew that was going to be the answer. Hold on. We need some sort of placeholder here for your face first and foremost. So I'll come up with something.
Can
Okay.
Shai share her donuts with the chat? I wish. Having donuts for Friday morning breakfast. I don't think when I was a kid, they're like, don't skip breakfast. I totally skip breakfast now.
I skip
totally
breakfast.
It's amazing.
I love it.
I love intermittent fasting. It's
Yeah.
really handy.
It's
actually.
almost noon and I haven't eaten anything yet today.
Mhm.
Fun fact.
It's good because the advantage of it is you don't feel so bogged down.
Yeah.
Whenever I have breakfast, I can feel myself digesting and being sluggish, and then having to take more coffee. I need more coffee to wake myself up.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could do donuts for breakfast, as delicious as they are. What
Yeah.
is breakfast, Bitsy? What is breakfast? Does breakfast exist?
The answer is no.
Is this an illusion? The answer is 42, really.
Yeah, the answer is 42. Hold on. Next on. Oh shoot, I have to.
We gotta hurry because we got a hard stop.
I know. I'm just doing something totally unnecessary right now.
That really helps the 3-minute hard stop.
Yeah, hold on. I feel like I miss your face, and so I'm.
Oh, you
I need
really
some.
don't need it.
I think there's some type of representation. I just Googled. There we go.
Okay, perfect. That works. Sure.
Just so we have, so it's
Okay,
not.
clean-shaven.
I'm not speaking into the void. Yeah. There you go. There's like baby face, Polo.
Baby Polo.
Okay, here we go. What was the first Moosey? Who was the first Moosey? Gary, because he's a coffee addict, or Rookie, because he has pet rocks.
Gary.
Easy. The first Moosey was me. But I would say Rookie. Rookie has more Moosey vibes, I think, because at the heart of it, this is what I've been thinking about with all this stuff with like Mr. Business, making me realize there's a lot of seriousness to the lore of Mooseland, which I also want to have on top of the wacky, weird child playtime of Mr. Business. So I want to insert that a lot more into Mooseland, which is why we're talking about, doing more stuff with Mr. Business, maybe doing some weird stuff. So I would say Rookie. The spirit of Rookie is a little bit into it, just like the silliness.
It's alive and well.
The spirit of Rookie is alive and well inside our hearts.
It lives within us all.
Okay, how many parties would Party Parrot party if a Party Parrot could party parties? As many
42.
parties, 42. As many parties as the Party Parrot would like to party if they weren't already partying in a party. There we go. Question asked and answered. Great. Question: do you imagine the game being solely a PC game, or would it be possible to have servers on consoles like Switch, PS5, etc.? Take it away, Polo.
Take it away. We're going to start with PC and Android to do direct distribution so we can start just testing with us. And then we will scale up and do other stuff after that. We're just picking a starter, and then we will build upon that. We most definitely want to explore Switch for sure. The trick with it is going to be the interface, because what we have is point and click. So you basically go tap, and then your character moves there, just like Penguin Classic. Tap here, move there. Tap there, move there. So we'd have to explore what a controller means. The advantage of Switch is at least it's kind of closer to that experience, where it can be like a phone. Tap, move, tap, move. So, yeah, I just think the consideration for console, absolutely, I want to as well. I just think we'll have to figure out what a controller means with what we have. That's all.
Well, you can do like use the touch screen on a Switch, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Great. Question answered. Thanks for celebrating the creative community with us. You are welcome to submit your creative work at mooseandpolo.com/submit. We will love to feature your skill in artistry. I can't second this enough. Please don't shy away from posting OC. We will feature it. We will talk about it. And not just that, it fills our buckets too, because we love to see original content. It's like the best thing ever. So please, we will show it. We will talk about it. If you want suggestions, we'll give you some suggestions, but mostly we just want to celebrate you guys, because you guys rock, and we want to do whatever we can to get you on the pathway to achieving what your essence is meant to achieve, whether that be art, whether that be doing the stuff that tech is doing, which is really awesome. It's bringing everybody together. It's like, let's figure out what you're good at, and how can we build a community, and how can we build up this community to be supportive to what you do. Because I feel like I've had a really awesome community around me and my work to get to where I've gotten, and I just think that whatever we can do to provide that help. Chris or Polo, you are an essential part of my community, and the Penguin team was an essential part of my original community to get all the balls rolling in my life and career. Same with like Rocket Snail, or with R Snail or Lance. Same with Nicole, like all these people. So we would love to spread that love and be those people for you, and create a atmosphere where you can be that for each other. And then we have awesome, great moderators to keep it regulated, and just really cool. So first, before we go away, I really wanted to just at least do one recap on last week's stream. Hey, look, it's me from 2012.
Okay, I gotta go. So thank everybody for the
stream.
Johnny,
what's the past like?
Well, I really do have to go. So
I'm unsure.
Thanks everyone for the stream, and stay awesome.
Awesome. Thanks.
Bye.
Rock and roll, Polo. You rule. I'm gonna watch these 3 clips, and then we're gonna head out here. Okay, is Polo gone? I don't know, but I'm still here. We're just gonna watch these 3 best of.
Moose by the name of Johnny.
What? Moose, are you loving that I showed you in my vid? Yeah, sure.
Well, since then, the Moose have a new primary objective. They wish to be the dominant species of the planet Earth. But one day, a moose by the name of Johnny.
What? Moose, are you loving that I showed you in my? This is what happened last stream.
Well, since then, the Moose have a new primary objective. They wish to.
This was a really great moment in last week's stream. I appreciate this one.
But one day, a moose.
Let's see here. Clip 1, clip 2.
Ongoing narrative. Every week we would release new content, right? So you can imagine this. God, get me out of there. Every week we'd have like a new.
This is great. Awesome. Cool. I think that's all. I think that's all we got. I think that's what it is. Let's just check on one more thing here. What's the? I don't even know on Twitch. I don't. Hello. What is it? Moose and the con says. Is this what we do? The con says. Okay, so is this what we do? Yeah, this is what we do. Okay. Okay, so is this what we do?
Yeah, this
This
is
is what we do.
Okay.
Okay, so is this what we do?
This is exactly
yeah,
what we
this
do.
is what we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we're doing is watching
so
the
is this what we
stream.
do?
This is exactly
Yeah,
what we
this
do.
is what we do.
And we're
Yeah.
reviewing the
What we're
stream.
doing
Doing is watching
so
the
is this what we
stream.
do?
And I'm
Exactly
reviewing.
what we do.
I'm reviewing.
reviewing
the stream.
I'm
talking about
stream.
and myself watching the stream. I'm reviewing. I'm the stream. I'm talking about and myself watching the stream. I'm reviewing. Because it's really interesting if you go deep into the philosophy about reviewing. Because it's really interesting what it means deep into the philosophy to observe yourself from 4 seconds ago. It's really interesting what it means deep into the philosophy to observe yourself from 4 seconds ago. Yeah, exactly. What it means deep into the philosophy. That's a really good point. From 4 seconds ago. Because if we don't often think about ourselves in like the past. We don't often think about and in the past. It's really hard to hear yourself. We don't often think about and in the past. It's hard to hear yourself think when you can barely hear yourself talk. It's hard to pass. It's hard to hear yourself think when you can barely hear yourself talk. It's hard to pass. It's hard to hear yourself think when you can barely hear yourself talk. It's hard to pass. It's hard to hear yourself think when you can barely hear yourself talk. It's hard to pass. It's hard to hear yourself think when you can barely hear yourself talk. And I just gotta stop. I gotta stop that. That was really hard. I feel like I've just about had a panic attack. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Let's wrap this up here. Let's move this off to the side. Give me some rain here, and I'll say, thanks everybody for being part of this community, of this Moose and Polo community. We're figuring it out too. We're figuring it out as we go. Our mission statement has always been about connecting everybody together in a really safe and honest place so we can support each other and really be that community to, allow us to follow that essence, that pure essence of who we are, right? And help each other in defining that. Our medium is art. Whatever you want to define as art. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we have been doing, and I just love it. I love seeing all your stuff. I love seeing these updates. Yes, I love working on the Moose and Suits and Party Parrot, and that is really fascinating, especially because we're all coming from the place of like Club Penguin being where we all came together, and it's really cool to see that a game like Club Penguin be deconstructed and reworked in the context of the community that were such an important part of it back then, and then using everything that we've learned to create something new. I don't know, I just said a bunch of words. Hopefully it made sense. But that's a really cool element of this stream that we wanted to do. But ultimately, the core of it is let's be a place for us all, to belong and to create awesome art and to celebrate the uniqueness of every one of you guys, because you are super unique and great. And in this world of social media where we're rewarded through dopamine hits, and we're being cornered into this space where all that matters is ourselves and our egos, and we're kind of being cornered into these really unhealthy patterns where we're seeing people displaying themselves on social media in these really not fake but curated ways that puts all of their strengths and their best parts at the front. And we see that, and like me, if I'm on social media too much, I'm really down on myself. So we want to create a community and a space where we are celebrating the authentic, true, real parts of each one of you and what makes you guys super special and unique, not just alone, but together. And how by working together and being creative together and lifting our art together and through the spirit of collaboration and creativity, we'll all be better people, or penguins, or moosies for it. That's what I believe. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Glidden? What do you think, Polo? I think you're everything you say is right all the time. Wow, really? Yeah, I think you are amazing and awesome, and yeah, wow, that's crazy. Yes, please, and I want to give you $1 million. $1 million? No, you don't have that much. Yeah, I want to give you $1 million. No, I can't accept that. I can't accept it. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all that was written here. It's 10 minutes past. I need to make a sandwich of some kind. What should I have? Maybe like a nice sandwich with vegetables on it. Yeah. I would give everyone $1 million if it means I'm also a millionaire. I agree. Polo says you are true 42. Well, you know what? 4 plus 2 is 6. And 6 is divided by 2 is 3. And 3 is the magic number. So that's a bit of math for you guys. Okay, at this point, I'm not even... Words are just spewing out of my mouth, and I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know why I get like this. Maybe it's because I'm afraid of silence, and I need to fill up that silence with my voice. There we go. Okay, bye. You guys are cool. Any last words before I close out the stream? Any last words?
Oh! Would you look at that?
Okay. Bye. Here we go. We're gonna go. It's the time. Do you hear that?
Hey players, thanks for watching. Join our Discord at mooseandpolo.com/discord to experience the new and most exciting community on the entire of MySpace. I mean internet. Yes, internet.